Therefore thy gates shall be open continually. They shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought. But the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish, yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted. The glory of Lebanon shall come unto thee, the fir tree, the pine tree, and the box together, to beautify the place of my sanctuary. And I will make the place of my feet glorious. The sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and all they that despised thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet, and they shall call thee the city of the Lord, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel. Whereas thou hast been forsaken and hated, so that no man went through thee, I will make thee an eternal excellency, a joy of many generations. Thou shalt also suck the milk of the Gentiles, and shalt suck the breast of kings. And thou shalt know that I, the Lord, am thy Savior and thy Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob. For brass I will bring gold, and for iron I will bring silver, and for wood brass, and for stones iron. I will also make thy officers peace, and thine exactors righteousness. Violence shall no more be heard in thy land, wasting nor destruction within thy borders. But thou shalt call thy walls salvation, and thy gates praise. The sun shall be no more thy light by day, neither for brightness shall the moon give light unto thee. But the Lord shall be unto thee an everlasting light, and thy God thy glory. Thy sun shall no more go down, neither shall thy moon withdraw itself. For the Lord shall be thine everlasting light, and the days of thy mourning shall be ended. Thy people also shall be all righteous. They shall inherit the land forever, the branch of my planting, the work of my hands, that I may be glorified. A little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. I, the Lord, will hasten it in his time.
All right. Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Kakodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS, who rule well, teach well, being great examples towards younger brothers. And peace and blessing, salutation, hopefully they got there pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, pushing to get up out there. Shalom to hopefully the believers, the listeners who may have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua. All right, I'm the brother Yashimafin to my right.
All
right, we're GMS Mississippi branch, and we're coming, with a live stream, that's going to go into, the land of great defilement, because America as a whole is pretty much nothing but a great, big Babylonian church, okay, where this place defiles the inhabitants spiritually, okay, physically, mentally, in every way that you can think of, sexually, morally. All right, it's just a land of great defilement, and it's increasing to the point where the Lord is just gonna have to make a speedy riddance of the land, with nuclear destruction, and as we increase more in wisdom, the more this place will have you, sad, like goddamn, thinking of how it's supposed to be. Matter of fact, get that in
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 18. For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth increases knowledge, increases sorrow.
So as we increase in knowledge, we increase in sorrow because we're increasing in knowledge of what? Righteousness.
Mm.
We're learning how it's supposed to be, because in this society, defilement and dysfunction has become normalized so much that you think that you're in a good state. You think that you're in a good situation, but then as you increase in wisdom, it's you increase in grief. Let's get that word grief and see what it goes into, man. It's like, God damn. You see, you find yourself just shaking your head most of the time, man.
This is grief, the outline of biblical usage: anger, vexation, provocation.
Anger, vexation, provocation. Go ahead.
Vexation of men, of the Most High, vexation, grief, frustration.
Yeah, you be frustrated, and the Lord put us in this predicament so we can really cherish righteousness, man. We can really cherish order. He put us in. Dang, did it go dead? Ain't this bitch? Ain't tell me that. Man, oh, it ain't good. Oh, it's this nigga here. Okay, I always be true. Glad I did plug it up. Yeah, we got plenty of it. Okay. Yeah, man. So back to what we were saying, the Lord put us in this predicament to where as we increase in righteousness on how it should be, we increase in frustration within seeing the circumstances that we're in. But this all goes back to our disobedience to how we got here. So this is the Lord showing us, okay, you was curious in wickedness, all right, have at it. You wanted to see what the heathens you was caught up in the custom of the heathens, well, have at it. Here you go. Okay. And as a man, especially, dealing with the defilement of the earth, the defilement of the people, it gets extremely frustrating, man. It's like, damn, we're gonna get into it. Matter of fact, let's get 2 Kings 22 at verse 1 and start at 1 and just read through. The point will be like 5 and 6. We're just gonna get an account, man. One of our forefathers, man.
You should start at verse 1.
Yep.
This 2 Kings chapter 22, verse 1. Josiah was eight years old when he began to reign. And he reigned 31 years in Jerusalem. And his mother name was Jedidah, the daughter of Adiah of Baska.
Yep.
And he did that which was right in the sight of the Lord, and walked in all the ways of David his father.
Yep.
And turned not aside to the right hand or to the left.
Go ahead.
And it came to pass in the 18th year of King Josiah.
So Josiah was considered a righteous king, the southern kingdom, through the line of David, of Judah. Go ahead.
That the king sent
Shaphan,
the son of Azaliah,
yep,
the son of
Mushallam,
the scribe, to the house of the Lord, saying, Go up to Hilkiah, the high priest, that he may sum the silver which is brought into the house of the Lord, which the keepers of the door have gathered of the people.
So pretty much Josiah was getting ready to rebuild, the broken places of he was getting ready to repair the temple. So he was getting the wages ready for, the men that was working. Go ahead.
And let them deliver into the hand of the doers of the work, that have the oversight of the house of the Lord, and let them give it to the doers of the work which is in the house of the Lord, to repair the breaches of the house.
To repair the breaches of the house. And right now we're in repair. We're vessels that's in repair, man. And it begins with our mind being repaired by this word, man. Because we're the house, the house of the Lord. We're the temple now. It's being repaired. Go ahead.
unto the carpenters and builders and masons, and to buy timber and hew stone to repair the house.
Go ahead.
Howbeit there was no reckoning made with them of the money that was delivered into their hand, because they dealt faithfully.
Go ahead.
And Hilkiah,
Now we're getting to the point. Go ahead.
the high priest, said unto Shaphan the scribe, I have found the book of the law in the house of the Lord. And Hilkiah gave the book to Shaphan, and he read it.
Go ahead. So he found the scrolls, the law. Okay. And then he read to Josiah. Go ahead.
And Shaphan the scribe came to the king, and brought the king word again, and said, Thy servant had gathered the money that was found in the house, and have delivered it into the hand of them that do the work, that have oversight of the house of the Lord.
Yep.
And Shaphan the scribe showed the king, saying, Hilkiah the high priest have delivered me a book. And Shaphan read it before the king.
So the book is being read before Josiah. Go ahead.
And it came to pass, when the king had heard the words of the book of the law, he rent his clothes.
That he rent his clothes. You see, when Josiah read the book of the law, because Josiah came after a wicked king. Okay? Come on. Josiah came after a wicked king. So when he read the law, the condition that Jake was in during the time of Josiah when he first became king, and he read the law, and he seen how far off we was as a people, he rent his clothes, man. Going back to what? He that increases in wisdom, increases in sorrow. Because as we learning how it's supposed to be, and then we look at it and see how it is, man, you get frustrated, like you get really frustrated, man. You feel played. Like the standard that Esau said in the earth, man, you feel played.
Mm-hmm.
You have something to say, bro?
Yeah. I'm gonna point later.
Okay. Yeah. So that was the point. You see, when they read the book of the law before Josiah, he rent his clothes, man. He was grieved. He was sad. It's like, damn. And as we constantly get into these things and we learn, we learn about, because you come in and you learn, grow your beard, don't eat pork and shrimp. Okay, your garments with your borders of blue, you learn, but then as you start to learn how we supposed to be amongst each other as brothers, you learn how marriage is supposed to operate. Okay, you learn how family structure is supposed to be, man, and you see what we got now, because we got pretty much, we just engulfed in defilement, man. You see, and it's like, damn, it get frustrated because it is what it is.
Yeah, we're not in our own kingdom, because you try to keep the law to the best of your ability, but you end up finding out you still broken. You still broken. The egg got yeast in it. You look into the food like on a Passover. You look all into the details. Almost everything got yeast in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's on a small level, man.
On a small level.
And when you try to really deal and really build, and then the defilement that you gotta try to, suppress, it's like, God damn, man, this shit ain't right. You try to make things normal, but then you start dealing like, man, this shit ain't right, man. Let's get that in Isaiah 24. Yeah, Isaiah 24 started first. First you started 4.
This is Isaiah chapter 24, verse 4. The earth mourned and faded away.
Yep.
The world languished and faded away.
The earth mourned and faded away. Go ahead.
The haughty people of the earth do languish.
Yeah, see, the earth is in a decaying state. The earth itself, the people in the earth, everything is just getting worse and more defiled and more corrupt. Like I said, the food's defiled, chemicals and everything, chemtrail and everything, the pollution, the ocean polluted. Okay, most of the things that we eat are defiled. You see. Then on to the people, they're defiled spiritually, physically. It's a great defilement. You know, it's gonna go into it. Go ahead. It's gonna go into why. Go ahead.
The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken everlasting covenant. Therefore have the curse devoured the earth.
Yeah, just read five again. And you stop at 5.
The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof.
And who are the rulers? These Edomites. Okay? They're the rulers of this current earth, like scripture say. So is the judge, so are the people. Okay? He's the king of defilement. You know, Esau loves to defile. That's why he's so much into pedo. You know, because what does it do? That defiles the child before it even develops. Okay? Not alone the adults of this society are deeply defiled, but he wants to defile you from the door. You know, like this man, he loves defilement. Esau Edom loves defilement, man. And he just normalizes in the earth. Go ahead.
The earth is also defiled under the heavens thereof.
Yep.
Because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance.
Because they have transgressed the laws. Go ahead.
Changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant.
Because they have broken the everlasting covenant. Okay, they have transgressed the laws and broken the everlasting covenant, going to the scriptures. See, as we got separated from the standard of the scriptures, we've entered into a state of continued defilement and getting worse and worse. Okay? And the Lord said that get that in Deuteronomy 32. Let's get Deuteronomy 32. Start at 15. Deuteronomy 32 and 15.
It's Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
But Jeshurun waxed fat and kicked.
And Jeshurun, all right, was Yasha-1, means upright one. It was like a nickname for Israel. Okay? So it goes into when we was in a good estate, you know, but we got proud and rebelled. Go ahead.
But Jeshurun waxed fat and kicked. Thou art waxing fat, thou art grown thick, thou art covered with fatness. Then he forsook the Most High, which made him, and lightly esteemed the rock of his salvation.
Yeah, we got proud. We got beside ourselves when we was in a good state. You know, the Lord provided. We had our own land. We had sovereignty. Okay, we had resources, wealth. Okay, we had all these things, man. We got proud and went into what? Idolatry is going to go into it. Was we defiled ourselves, we polluted ourselves with idolatry, man. Go ahead.
They provoked him to jealousy with strange gods.
Yep.
With abominations provoked they him to anger.
Go ahead.
They sacrificed unto the devils, not unto the Most High, to gods whom they knew not, to new gods that came newly up, whom your fathers feared not.
Yep, we went off. Go ahead.
On the rock that begot thee, thou art unmindful.
Yep. And
hast forgotten the Most High that formed thee.
Keep going.
And when the Lord saw it, he abhorred them because of the provoking of his sons and of his daughters.
And abhorred, you know, means to avoid. You know, so the Lord avoided us, man. You know, he's going to go into a little further, verse 20.
And he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see their end. I will see what their end shall be.
So the Lord like, bet, since y'all, you know, want to be defiled with these other gods, because these other gods came with lifestyle, and we're going to get into it. Serving other gods comes with an alternative lifestyle that defiled us as a people, man. And the Lord was like, hell no. Bet, since y'all want to do that, let y'all do y'all thing, and we'll see what your end going to be. You know? Go ahead.
For they are a very forward generation, children in whom is no faith.
Yeah, so the Lord said, look, since y'all refuse to get under my order, all right, go be like the heathen that y'all are so curious about. Go indulge in their lifestyle since y'all so curious about, and we'll see how it turn out for you, man. Okay? And now we in this position because we have to understand we're living in a culture that's based off idolatry. The way people think, the way people move, the lifestyles, the cultures that, especially here in America, these are all cultures of idolatry. Okay, and we're going to get into it. Let's get you had some?
No, so.
Okay, get that let's get that Micah 2:10.
Oh, okay. I want to get some.
Yeah, you get what you want to get, bro.
And you said, like, once you think about how these foreigners, or from these other nations come to America. Once they come in America, they become defiled because what? Most of the time, these foreigners will come here for schooling, and what they have in the school, they forcing that LGBT stuff on you. They
alphabet.
Yep, they forcing that pedophilia on you. They forcing that these are the curriculums you got to go through. But not only that, you got the fraternities. What the fraternities do? They'll turn out your daughters, your sons. They'll be in the sex code, or you join a gang. The gang is something like the gang life is something like that. Have you ever heard of being banged in? That's that Babylonian culture. It defiles you. Not only that, because as what Yahweh Shah said, it's not what you take into your mouth, roughly paraphrasing, but what comes out of your mouth that defiles a person.
Yep.
You got all these philosophies just spewing out, corrupting the mind.
And then with the heathen, they defile anyway. They come over, they already into all other madness. But the defilement is geared towards Jake. Because like you said, with these sororities, especially these sororities, all right, that's when women begin ran trains on, okay, especially their college life. But all it goes back to Babylonian, temple rituals, man. Okay, those Greek temple rituals, man, those temple harlots that they will have. Okay, so our people are defiled spiritually, physically, and in every way that you can think of in this society under this Babylonian, culture, man. You had the precept.
Yeah, this is Micah 2:10.
Yep.
This is Micah 2:10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction.
And see, we live in a society that's deeply polluted. This is pollution, like this is filth that we exist in, man. This is filth that we exist in, man. We are far from where the standard, of our forefathers. We are far from the standard of righteousness set by Yahweh Bashim Al Shah, man. Now let's get that word polluted.
This polluted.
What's the
pronunciations? Tama. Tame.
Yeah,
Tame. Tame.
That's Tama. Yeah, Tama.
Tama.
Yep.
Outline of biblical usage: to be unclean, become unclean, become impure, sexually, religiously, ceremoniously.
Sexually, religiously, ceremonially. Okay? And one thing about it, when Esau was able to redefine what sex was and, make sex a casual thing to do, he put Babylonian culture into everyday society. Okay, this is a defilement. When you go to let's get this, we were looking this up. Now, it says, this is going back to ancient Babylonian customs. It says Babylonian women must be prostitutes once. Okay, so it was a thing in Babylonian culture where you had to be a prostitute at least once. Okay, and we're going to go into it. It says, this is the most shameful of the Babylonian customs. Every native woman must once in her lifetime sit near the shrine of Aphrodite and have sex with a foreign man. There are many women who surpass the others in wealth and do not think it worthy of themselves to mingle with others, so they are driven to the shrine in carriages while a large entourage of attendants follow them behind. Most Babylonian women, however, do it this way. They sit in the area of Aphrodite's temple, having a crown of string upon their head. Some approach this area and others leave. Marked off paths lead every way through the crowd of women, past whom the foreign men go and make their pick. Once a woman sits in this spot, she does not return home before one of the foreign men throws a silver coin to her legs and copulates with her in the shrine. When the man throws a coin, he is supposed to say, I call upon the goddess Mulatai, because the Assyrians call Aphrodite Mulatai. So it was pretty much mandatory that every woman of Babylon, okay, of ancient Babylon, had to play the harlot, had to be an actual harlot and deal with a stranger. Now, isn't that a culture here in America? What's the nightlife? You know, or don't the women, all women, because the women, especially the modern nigger woman, what they say, well, it's good to go through your whole phase. That goes back to ancient Babylon, where the average woman has to go through that phase of being a damn hoe, man. Okay, and that's great defilement. You see, that's great defilement for women to have multiple sexual partners, the casual dating scene, the relationship after relationship after relationship. You know, that's great defilement. You see, and then as men, because like I said, we played a part in that because we, as men, what do we look for? The freaks. What the freaks at? He wasn't looking for virgins, man. We wasn't taught to value virgins, man. We taught to value, okay, goddamn freaks, man. But then it hit the man and the woman when it's time for you to really try to deal and settle down with a woman. It's like, damn, she defiled. Then you was in that culture, for that culture, so it's like, damn. You see, as a man, you think of this like, because the woman you really want to deal with, you think of that defilement, and that's a vexation, man. Going back to when you increase in wisdom, you increase in sorrow, man. Okay, and the Lord did that to show, basically, because we as men, we committed spiritual fornication against the Most High, man. We allow other guys to have an influence on us. When a woman deals with another man, she has allowed that man to have an influence to dominate her. We allow goddamn Christianity, Islam, all this street culture, we allowed those things to dominate us, man, as Israelite men. So the Lord like, bet. So now let your woman go be defiled. Now you gotta deal with that. And it's like a vexation. You be like, damn, we get it. As Israelite man, like shit, But yeah, something else.
Yeah, like
you got it, bro.
Even when like you didn't have no Jake who's in a world like that. Even though when he get a woman, he labeled her, he defiled himself. Because she had all the women. Get to this Matthew chapter 19. I mean, she had all the men. This is Matthew chapter 19, verse 9. And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication, and shall marry another, committed adultery. And whoso marry her which is put away does commit adultery. You didn't defile yourself. This is
because really, the man that she dealt with, that's really the first man she dealt with was supposed to be her husband. Okay. But that's not the case 98% of the time in America. So that's why the scripture referred to as a adulterous generation, man. Because technically, there's no way around it. It's so defiled, there ain't no way around it. You see? So that's why, and it goes back to why we need that blood of Yahushua, man. Because if we go to the technicalities of the law, we done. Everybody done. Everybody is defiled and worthy of death, man. Then this land has done this. Esau, he thrives on defiling. He loves to defile, man.
shows you why we need to get Howard shot.
Yep.
Let me get that.
Yeah, get that Jeremiah. Cause see, that's why Yahushua told the adulterous woman, "You are forgiven, but go and sin no more." You see. So as men, as we came into this truth, okay, we couldn't go back and devil and dabble with other philosophies and let other doctrines have an influence on us, have other gods have influence on us. Just as a woman that comes into this thing, she can't be dealing with all them friend guys, okay, that she had. You know, the friend guy, you know, the casual date. You can't do that anymore. Because now we know. So now we're being held liable because we know now, man. Okay, go ahead.
This is Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 1. They say, if a man put away his wife, and she go from him and become another man's, shall he return unto her again?
Yeah, so the ancient world, going back to our forefathers, if a woman, you know, was put away and she was divorced and then she remarried and she dealt with another man, well, that killed the reconciliation between their first husband. The first husband was not supposed to deal with that woman again if she dealt with another man. That's two men. Okay? That's how like going back to you increase in wisdom, you increase in sorrow, man. Keep reading.
Shall not that land be greatly polluted?
Shall not that land be greatly polluted, defiled? Okay, which is that the woman's body is defiled. Okay, after she has had a husband and she was put away and she dealt with another man. Okay, she can't come back to that first one because she has been polluted by another man. She has been defiled by another man. Okay, but we live in a society where you might be man 10, man 20, man 30. You know what I'm saying? This is a land of great defilement, man. You see? And you gotta eat that shit. You know?
But thou hast played the harlot with many lovers.
Thou has played the harlot with many lovers. Spiritually, Israel played the harlot with many lovers, man. Okay? So the Lord is comparing it to an actual marriage. You know? And it shows the Lord's mercy because even in the law, man didn't deal with a woman that's done had. If you had two husbands, you was done. You know, if you had one husband and you was put away, your value would be extremely low. Okay, you were pretty much either gonna be hard trying to be remarried. Then if you did get remarried and that didn't work, you was done. And that's where you got a lot of harlots from, man. You know, you see this date culture, this hookup culture, this is Greek, Roman, Babylonian shit. Okay, that wasn't of us, man. You see, you finished that some more.
Yes, some more.
Yep.
Right. Yet return again to me, said the Lord.
So the Lord showing His mercy by saying, "Look, you had many love. Look, if a woman deal with a man, or if a woman is divorced and she go deal with one man, that her former husband will have no dealings with her. But wait, you played with many lovers, and I took you back. And this is why He has allowed this great defilement now. So especially Israelite man, we can see what the Lord did for us, having mercy on us. Like, damn, you know, because as a man, you be like, shh. Because a man, you really, you know, especially as we come, because like once we've been cleansed by this word and we start thinking in righteousness like our forefathers, man, you know, you really just want your own everything, like, you know. But that's another beautiful thing about the gospel. We're gonna get new bodies, man. You know, the Lord's gonna clean the defilement up, you know, amongst the whole nation, man. We're gonna be cleansed from these new bodies, man. I mean, with these new bodies, we're gonna be cleansed. It's gonna be a great reset, man.
But it starts in the mind first.
Yep.
It starts in the mind first. That way you say, be ye separate. Be ye separate. We gotta come out of her mentally.
Yeah, first you gotta come out of the spiritual defilement of this place, you know, and then we're being cleansed by this word, and so when we're changed, it's gonna be a reset, man. You know, and we'll never be defiled again. You know, matter of fact, what's that in and that's also going to the new covenant, man. You know, everything is gonna be how the hell we in this new covenant and we in this defiled state.
Mm.
You know, that's just you got women that's done dealt with other women orgies, you know, men, you know, as men, you know, some men, you know, hey, you know, you know, it's shit. Yeah, we through, man. Uh, uh, yeah, let's get that in Ezekiel 11. You know, because this is going into the new covenant, man. It's 11 and yeah, start at 16.
It's Ezekiel 11. It's Ezekiel 11, verse 16. Therefore say, thus said the Lord, although I have cast them off among the heathen, and although I have scattered them among the countries, yet will I be to them as a little sanctuary in the countries where they shall come.
And this is where you have the camps, you know, because we were scattered through slavery, you know, and we're descendants of you know, scattered Israelites, man, you know. But the Lord has made us a little sanctuary, which you have these camps, man, you know, in all these different lands where we were scattered. Go ahead.
Therefore say, thus said the Lord, I will even gather you from the people and assemble you out of the countries where ye have been scattered. I will give you a land. I will give you the land of Israel,
Mm-hmm.
and they shall come thither, and they shall take away all the detestable things thereof.
The detestable things are gonna be taken away, man. All these filth. When we shed these old bodies and come into these new bodies, man, all of the defilement is gonna be removed off us, man. You know, because His Word is cleansing our spirit. Okay, but we're gonna have to put this spirit in the new body. That's gonna be that great change, man. That's gonna be the new covenant, man. Okay, and the Lord's gonna upgrade our spirits to be perfect in those new bodies, man. So we'll never defile them, man. Go ahead.
They shall say, come thither, and they shall take away all the detestable things thereof, and all the abominations thereof from thence.
Mm-hmm.
I will give them one heart, and I will put a new spirit within you. I will put a new spirit within you, and I will take the stony heart out of their flesh, and I will give them a heart of flesh.
So there's going to be the new bodies, the new covenant, the upgraded spirits. Okay, it will never be defiled again, man. We'll never have to exist in this dysfunction and defilement again. You know, but this captivity is doing exactly what it's supposed to do, is making us tap out and making us cherish the righteousness, the right way that the Lord set up, man. Okay, because this ain't it. You know, like I say, you going back to you increasing wisdom, you increasing sorrow, and then going to much wisdom is much grief. You know, that grief goes to frustration, man. Like it gets you frustrated, man. You know, you only tell you shit. You don't want to think about it, man.
You don't want to think about
it. It hurt. It hurt, man. It is what it is, man. But it's all, you know, the chastening of the Lord, you know, because of our, you know, disobedience, you know. So you had anything else, bro?
That's it.
Yeah, we'll end it there, you know. I plan on doing something else dealing with the effects of promiscuity, you know, what it did to, you know, culture, how it devastated the culture, man. You know, so Lord will you brothers, you know, and you sisters edified to the next time we say Shalom.
Shalom.
Kwame Yashal.
Kwame Yashal.
Baba Ba.
Baba Ba.
DTA soon.
DTA soon.
Shalom.